What's up? It's your boy Mike here. Welcome to my channel. I got some new filming equipment for Christmas this year. I got a tripod and 2 studio lights, and I'm using them for the very first time to film this video. Also, Happy New Year. Hope everybody's having a great start to 2018. And with the new year comes changes to this channel. Starting next week, I'll be uploading 2 videos a week. A basic video on Sunday and a vlog on Friday, so be sure to check those out. With the NFL playoffs going on right now, I thought I'd look back at the most memorable playoff games the New England Patriots have had. These games have been memorable for being played in the cold New England weather, the controversial calls that would go down in NFL history, and the Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning rivalry. So in this video, I'm going to count down the top 10 memorable playoff games the Patriots have had. Number 10, Pats versus Bolts, 2006 AFC Divisional Round. In this game, the Patriots faced the Chargers in San Diego, who have yet to lose at home. Late in the game, with the Patriots trailing, they attempted a comeback when Marlon McCree, the Chargers safety, then intercepted Tom Brady's pass, and then it was fumbled and recovered by Patriots wide receiver Rashae Caldwell. After that play, Chargers head coach Marty Schottenheimer challenged it, thinking that he was down before the ball came out, but he lost the challenge. Then the Patriots went down the field and scored. And then Gostowski kicked the game-winning field goal, and the Pats won in advance to the AFC Championship against the Colts. Number 9, Pats upset Dolphins. This is one of very few games on this list from the pre-Brady Belichick era, and the only one on this list that occurred before I was born. In 1985, the Patriots had their best season ever of the pre-Kraft ownership. They faced the heavily favored Miami Dolphins in the AFC Championship and won that game in advance to their first Super Bowl in franchise history, thanks to 6 Dolphins turnovers by fumbled kick returns and Dan Marino being intercepted twice, which went down in history as being one of the biggest upsets in NFL history. Number 8, Pats versus Jags, 1996 AFC Championship. In their first playoff appearance with home field advantage and the first time hosting the AFC Championship in franchise history, the Patriots faced the Jacksonville Jaguars on a dark, cold night at the old Foxborough Stadium. This matchup featured a former Giants coaching legend, Bill Parcells, against a future Giant coaching legend, Tom Coughlin. Just before halftime, a blackout occurred in Foxborough Stadium and the game was delayed. Thanks to a fumble return for a touchdown by safety Otis Smith, the Pats beat the Jags in advance to the Super Bowl for the second time in franchise history. Coincidentally, both Super Bowls were played at the Louisiana Superdome in New Orleans. Number 7, Patriots upset Steelers, 2004 AFC Championship. The 2004 Patriots were looking to repeat as Super Bowl champions, but first they had to get past the Steelers in Pittsburgh for the AFC Championship. The Patriots ended up being victorious as they ended rookie Ben Roethlisberger's 14-game winning streak, the longest winning streak by a rookie quarterback in NFL history. With that loss, the Steelers also became the second team in NFL history to finish 15-1 and fail to reach the Super Bowl after the 1998 Minnesota Vikings. The Super Bowl would have also been the first one to feature both teams from Pennsylvania since the Eagles were in it that year. Number 6, Brady passes Montana, 2012 AFC Divisional Round. In 2012, the Patriots faced the Houston Texans in the 2012 AFC Divisional Round, and this was one of the most memorable games for Tom Brady. He threw for 344 yards and 3 touchdown passes. With this win, Brady won his 17th playoff game, surpassing Joe Montana's record. Growing up in the Bay Area, Tom Brady was a huge 49ers fan, and he idolized Joe Montana as a kid. I bet it was an honor for Brady to beat the record set by his idol, but then again, he probably already broke one record set by Montana. Number 5. Patriots versus Titans on ice. 2003 AFC Divisional Round. In 2003, the Patriots faced the Titans in the AFC Divisional Round in one of the coldest games in NFL history, with temperatures bottoming down to 4 degrees. It was a tightly contested game, with the Patriots only scoring 2 touchdowns, both in the first half. But then Adam Vinatieri kicked the winning field goal at the last second to win the game for the Pats and advance them to the AFC Championship against the Colts. Now, they say the best way to thaw out frozen bodies is to win football games, and that's exactly what the Patriots did. Now, the Patriots are facing the Titans in the AFC Divisional Round, but by the time I get this video uploaded, that game would have already passed. Number 4, Brady versus Manning, 2003 AFC Championship. In my opinion, the greatest quarterback rivalry of all time is Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning. They've had many memorable matchups, especially in the playoffs, and most of the regular season games are broadcasts on national television. In 2003, the Patriots faced the Indianapolis Colts in the AFC Championship against defending league MVP Peyton Manning. To help prepare for the game, the Pats enlisted help of one of their lesser-known players, backup quarterback Damon Huard. Huard helped the Patriots defense get ready to face Peyton Manning in that game by playing him in practice, mimicking its every move and even his voice, to the point where practice that week was like a Saturday Night Live skit. But in the game, the Patriots made the real Peyton Manning look like a backup quarterback, most notably when Rodney Harrison intercepted his pass in the end zone, and the Pats won that game, advancing to the Super Bowl for the 4th time in franchise history and for the first time outside of the Superdome. Number 3, Pats versus Ravens, 2011 AFC Championship. With 4 former Patriot greats serving as honorary captains for that game, the Patriots faced the Ravens. Late in the 4th quarter, the Ravens attempted a comeback where Joe Flacco attempted to throw a touchdown pass, and it was batted away at the last second by rookie safety Sterling Moore, saving the game for the Pats. And it's scary to think that if Joe Flacco completed that pass, the Ravens would have won that game and advanced to the Super Bowl. On 4th down, they attempted a field goal to tie the game and send it into overtime, but the kicker missed, and the Pats won, with former quarterback Drew Bledsoe, who was one of the honorary captains for the game, presenting the Lamar Hunt Trophy. Number 2, Deflategate, 2014 AFC Championship. In 2014, the Patriots slaughtered the Colts in the AFC Championship. But after the game, the Colts claimed that the Pats had an unfair advantage due to using underinflated footballs due to the air pressure not being properly checked during the game. So after the season, Tom Brady was suspended for 4 games, but after a successful court appeal, the suspension was lifted, but then the next season the suspension was reinstated. This controversy would be known as Deflategate, and we're just lucky that Deflategate didn't affect the outcome of the AFC Championship. Although, if it did, the Pats probably would have gotten a consolation trophy just for trying to beat just for their effort, and the trophy will look something like this. Number 1, the Tuck Rule. 2001 AFC Divisional Round. 2001 was a huge turning point for the Patriots. First, 9/11 occurred, which postponed week 2 of the season to the following week and moved all the teams' bye weeks to that week. Anyway, the week after 9/11, the Pats faced the Jets at Foxborough Stadium, and this would become the beginning of the dynasty, as late in the game, quarterback Drew Bledsoe was injured after taking a hit near the sidelines by Jets linebacker Mo Lewis, and the then 24-year-old backup quarterback Tom Brady came in the game. And he did so well that he would become the Patriots' starting quarterback for the rest of the season and beyond. Anyway, this was also their last season playing at the old Foxborough Stadium before moving into the new one, which would become Gillette Stadium. Because of their low seeding in the playoffs, no one would know if they would have a home game in the playoffs to get one more shot at playing at the old stadium before it would be demolished after the season. But then the Jets beat the Oakland Raiders in the wild card round, so the Pats would be facing them in one last game at the old stadium. It was a dark and snowy night, and the Pats were trailing late in the fourth quarter, were attempting to make a comeback, but Brady was strip-sacked by his former Michigan teammate, Raiders cornerback Charles Woodson, and the Raiders recovered the fumble, but the officials decided to review the play, and it was overturned thanks to the Tuck Rule. The Tuck Rule stated that any forward movement of the player's arm is considered a pass, regardless of whether or not the ball has left the hand yet, unless that player tucks the ball back into his body. So, because Brady's arm was going forward, it was ruled an incomplete pass, and the Patriots got a second chance and won the game in overtime with an Adam Vinatieri field goal. Well, in 2013, the Tuck Rule was abolished, and I bet Raiders' former owner Al Davis was gladly watching down from heaven as the NFL made that announcement. And I bet this is what John Gruden is looking forward to the most when he returns as the Raiders head coach next season, that he doesn't have to deal with the Tuck Rule. Anyway, think about it. If the Tuck Rule never existed, the Pats would have lost that game. Do you agree with my list? Let me know in the comments below. Anyway, that's going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I'm going to go back to playing prank calls at the end of this video. This call I played during part 1 of my road trip vlog I did back in October. It's the one where I repeatedly blow raspberries into the phone. I hope you like this video. Be sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below for any future video ideas. And stay tuned for new content.
To join with Clearview Energy. How are you today?
Good, how are you?
Doing well, sir. We're actually calling all of our customers to price protect their accounts from any rate increases. You are still with National Grid, right? Hello?
Yeah.
You are still with National Grid, right? Hello?
Yeah.
Sir, can you hear me?
Yeah.
You are still with National Grid, right? Sir, I'm just calling to ask, sir. You don't have to be this way with me. Hello?
Yeah.
Hello, if you can hear me, then say something.
Yeah.
What was that again?